We live in a world designed to provoke us. Every glance, every word, every action of another can become a spark for irritation or anger, and yet there is a way, an ancient path that few choose, to remain untouched by the noise, the insults, the petty provocations that life throws at us. This path is the mastery of self, the quiet discipline of inner fortitude, a way of living that the Stoics called the art of living in agreement with nature, in harmony with reason. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The key to never being angered lies in understanding this. No one can disturb us except by our permission. Anger, irritation, frustration, these are not natural responses to the world. They are choices, and we are the ones who decide whether to give them life within ourselves. First, we recognize that every person acts according to their own perception, their own logic, their own pain. Epictetus taught us, people are not disturbed by things, but by the views which they take of them. When someone insults us, attacks us, or undermines us, it is not the act itself that harms, but the meaning we assign to it. We can choose to see their words as noise, as irrelevant echoes from minds untrained in reason, minds enslaved to desire, fear, and ignorance. When we learn this, we step back, we become observers rather than reactors. Second, we embrace the practice of detachment. Not coldness, not indifference, but a disciplined distance that preserves our inner calm. When we are no longer tethered to the approval, the judgment, or the aggression of others, we move through life unshaken. Seneca reminds us, "A man is as miserable as he thinks he is." If we think ourselves above the petty provocations of others, they cannot reach us. Our peace becomes untouchable. This is not learned in a day. It is cultivated in the quiet moments, in the daily exercises of reflection. We pause before responding. We question the truth of our own judgments. We measure our reactions against reason and virtue. Every time irritation arises, we remind ourselves, is this external world controlling me, or am I controlling myself? Slowly, imperceptibly, the habit grows. The mind becomes an unassailable fortress. We also recognize the fleeting nature of others' actions. They are clouds passing across the sky of our awareness. We are not the wind that chases them. Their anger, their envy, their cruelty, they belong to them, not to us. By observing this, we cultivate a deep empathy, even for those who would seek to unsettle us. The anger of another is a mirror of their own suffering, and we, anchored in our inner strength, are free to respond, or not respond, with the serenity of the truly powerful. To never get angry is not to never feel. It is to feel without being controlled. It is to remain steady while chaos rages around us, to maintain clarity while others succumb to their passions. It is the mastery of the self in a world addicted to distraction, provocation, and fleeting satisfaction. And in this mastery lies freedom. Freedom from the chains of expectation, from the tyranny of other people's whims, from the endless cycles of resentment. We walk through the world like a shadow over water, unshaken, undisturbed, reflecting only the truth within. And in doing so, we cultivate a life of peace, a life where our mind is our sanctuary, our virtue, our shield, and our calm, our greatest weapon. Remember, anger is a choice, irritation is a choice, to be bothered is a choice, and in the space between impulse and reaction, we find power, we find freedom, we find ourselves. We must also recognize the power of anticipation and mental preparation. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Many of the disturbances we experience, anger, frustration, offense, do not come from the actual event, but from our untrained mind projecting harm before it even arrives. A true practitioner of the Stoic way trains the mind to anticipate difficulties, not with dread, but with measured understanding. We imagine the provocations, the insults, the petty acts of others, and we prepare our response, calm, reasoned, immovable. By doing this, when the moment arrives, we are not caught off guard. The world may try to unsettle us, but our inner fortress has already been strengthened against every assault. This is not cold resignation, it is active engagement with reality, tempered by reason. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By rehearsing in our mind the slights and irritations of daily life, we condition ourselves to meet them not with reactive emotion, but with deliberate serenity. Every insult becomes a chance to practice patience, every provocation an opportunity to demonstrate inner mastery. Over time, this habitual preparation transforms our very perception. We no longer see the world as a minefield of dangers to our peace, but as a landscape in which our calm is the constant, unshakable element. Moreover, we must learn the subtle art of choosing our battles, or more accurately, choosing not to battle at all. The Stoics teach us that most conflicts are trivial, born from ignorance or vanity, and that our energy is too precious to waste on fleeting sparks of indignation. Marcus Aurelius reflects, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." The converse is also true. If it does not concern our reason, our virtue, our integrity, do not let it disturb us. By discerning what is truly ours to manage and what is the concern of others, we conserve our strength, preserve our tranquility, and emerge untouchable in a world addicted to drama and provocation. Finally, the practice of self-observation is essential. Every time a wave of irritation arises, we step back and watch ourselves as if from a distance. We ask, why am I angry? Whose actions truly threaten me? Are my emotions dictated by reason or by ego, pride, and desire? By consistently monitoring ourselves, we develop a profound self-awareness. This awareness becomes a shield, an automatic mechanism that intercepts destructive emotions before they take root. Through anticipation, choice, and observation, we cultivate a mind that is impervious to disturbance. We learn to walk through life as a still center in a whirlwind, untouched by the chaos around us. The world may rage, insult, provoke, and deceive, but we remain unmoved, serene, and sovereign within our own reason. And in that sovereignty lies our ultimate freedom, the power to live unbothered, unshaken, and profoundly at peace. Another layer of mastery lies in detachment from external validation. We live in a world obsessed with opinion, what others think, how others perceive us, and the endless quest for approval. But the Stoics understood that the mind's peace is only preserved when we recognize what is truly ours to control. Epictetus reminds us, make the mind like a citadel, unshaken by what lies outside. The approval or disapproval of others is beyond our jurisdiction. It is not our burden to carry. When we internalize this truth, we realize that anger and frustration often stem not from the actions of others, but from our own misplaced attachment to their judgment. To practice this, we cultivate a rigorous habit of internal evaluation over external response. When someone criticizes, undermines, or provokes us, our first instinct may be to react, to defend, retaliate, or correct. But the Stoic mind steps back and asks, does this matter to my virtue? Does it touch my reason? Often the answer is no. By refusing to assign undue weight to opinions and provocations, we conserve our energy and protect our tranquility. Marcus Aurelius advises, receive without pride, let go without attachment. In this lies the quiet power of detachment. We engage with the world fully, but remain unmoved by its judgments. Moreover, this detachment extends to our expectations of others. The moment we demand that people behave as we wish, we set ourselves up for disappointment and resentment. Recognizing that everyone acts according to their own understanding, limitations, and desires is liberating. Seneca notes, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. The craving for respect, loyalty, or recognition from others is a trap that fuels irritation. By letting go of these expectations, we strip away one of the primary sources of emotional disturbance, allowing serenity to take root. Finally, the Stoic mind embraces a relentless practice of reflection and journaling. By observing our daily interactions and recording our emotional responses, We expose the triggers of irritation and dissect their true origin. Over time, this process trains us to anticipate and neutralize the emergence of anger. We begin to see patterns. The provocation was never truly about us, but about someone else's confusion, ignorance, or need. In this recognition, our reactions shift from impulsive to deliberate, from reactive to measured, from vulnerable to sovereign. Through detachment from external validation, disciplined reflection, and the release of expectation, we construct a mind that cannot be shaken by the whims of others. We become impervious to insult, immune to offense, and free from the tyranny of judgment. Life continues its chaos, but we remain unmoved, serene, and centered. In this unshakable composure, we discover the profound freedom of the Stoic way, the ability to live fully in the world, yet untouched by its attempts to disturb us. Another cornerstone of emotional invulnerability is mastery over our internal dialogue. The Stoics understood that the mind is the battlefield where all suffering begins. Seneca warns, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." How often do we allow a fleeting insult, a careless comment, or a moment of provocation to take root, replaying it endlessly until anger grows like a wildfire? The key is to recognize that these external events have no inherent power over us. Only our judgment assigns them weight. Anger, irritation, and resentment are born not from the actions themselves, but from the stories we tell ourselves about them. To guard against this, we must cultivate the habit of observing our thoughts without identification. When a thought of offense arises, we pause and interrogate it. Is this thought rational, or is it a projection of fear, ego, or pride? By disassembling our mental narratives, we uncover the root of emotional disturbance and realize that the world has not wronged us, our interpretation has. Marcus Aurelius reflects on this. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. This insight transforms our mental landscape. The storm may rage outside, but inside we can remain calm, deliberate, and sovereign. Further, we strengthen this mastery by practicing premeditatio malorum, the Stoic exercise of imagining difficulties and provocations before they occur. By rehearsing challenges, insults, or betrayals in our mind, we strip them of their surprise and diminish their emotional grip. We become accustomed to discomfort and recognize that it is neither permanent nor defining. In this way, the mind is trained to meet life's provocations with measured calm rather than reactive turmoil. Equally vital is the cultivation of compassionate detachment, understanding that others act from ignorance, fear, and their own internal struggles softens the impulse to anger. When a colleague insults us, a friend betrays us, or a stranger provokes us, we remind ourselves they act as they must, shaped by their perceptions and limitations. Anger arises only when we expect the world to conform to our ideals. Letting go of these expectations and observing others with clarity transforms potential offense into understanding. By mastering our internal dialogue, anticipating adversity, and detaching from external expectations, we create an inner citadel immune to disturbance. Anger no longer dictates our actions, irritation no longer cloud our judgment. In this space of sovereignty, we are free. We move through life guided by reason, fortified by perspective, and unshaken by the whims of others. Here lies the true essence of the Stoic path, the art of being unbothered, the freedom of inner mastery, and the quiet power of a mind that cannot be provoked.